You see, you subconsciously, with every place you choose to live, your mind attaches goals to it. A version of yourself that you want to become more of, maybe to be more extroverted and closer to your friends, maybe more career minded with an easier access to your workplace for the late nights. Maybe you want to cook more and want to live next to the grocery store or more fit, so you choose the gym, so on and so on. The one you choose is the next anchor point that shapes your surroundings, your actions, and your goals. It's a spawn point after every night of reset, whether you won or lost the previous day. You come back here, ready to try again the next. Each anchor point becomes a chapter marker, and you remember who you were partly by remembering where you live. Okay, I think this box. Hello, I've been pretty stressed this week because I am moving in 2 days, and it's definitely a little bit sad, and I'm gonna miss this room because it's like the first place I lived in Toronto when I'm like settling into the city. And I feel like my life has changed genuinely so much since I first moved into this apartment, and I've been here for a little over a year and a half, which is quite long. I've never lived in the same apartment for 2 years. It's through being in this apartment that I really felt like Toronto became home for me, that I'm starting this channel, that I got out of a long-term relationship, got into a new relationship, met a lot of friends. So it's definitely a special place for me, and I'm gonna miss it here. I have like a bunch of these Canadian Tire cardboard boxes that I have to tape up. Oh my god. I have like a tape wrapping gun with me over here. I am a little sad to leave because it's been my home for almost 2 years. I feel like I'm ready for something new, I'm ready for change, but I'm a little uncertain where things are gonna take me. Like, I'm not even moving far away, I'm literally moving down the street, but it feels like a much bigger change than it actually is. I'm actually, okay, this might be like very strange, but I'm actually not going to have a bed. I'm going to have a couch and like 2 desks because it's basically just going to be like a pure studio space for me. It's a couch that can expand into a bed, so I'm very excited to have it. It's also like a really comfy conversation pit situation. My friend has one. Yeah, time to pack up some boxes. I'm like, yeah. Oh! I think I was supposed to put this into here. Why is this so hard to use this? I think, oh, okay, here. Wow, we're getting something with this. Okay, I think this box. Is there any colors for the diversity machine? I don't know. This wall has been one of my favorite things. It has quotes that I asked my friends to give me for my birthday, which is wish and a challenge for the year, and a collection of a lot of memories and souvenirs from when I traveled last year, the Monet House in France, the Computing Museum in Cambridge, one of my favorite museums in Japan, very homey. We're almost unpacking. I'm going to strip off the final photos on my wall. Everything in my closet is empty. Definitely feels like a brand new chapter that I'm very excited for. I want to start treating YouTube as more like a documentation of my life. I feel like the last bit I've been really trying to like force content out of my system. Even if I'm tired, I still love making YouTube videos. I'm so excited to make my next one. Let's finish packing. I have all my shoe boxes, shoes, clothes, say bye. So we just moved in and I spent all of yesterday like basically setting up the studio. This is literally going to be like my dream work studio and I'm so excited. Here's what it looks like right now. This shelf and absolute pain to install but will be so cute. This pegboard, there's so much stuff here that is like that needs to be cleared out. But like look at this corner, we have a standing desk here, the pegboard, the mirror, the shelf. Okay, here we have the much awaited room tour, the final look. We're starting with the mirror. And to the left of the mirror, we have this bookshelf. I have all my sketchbooks down there, a bunch of my cameras, old cameras. I really want to put a plant up there, but I haven't found the right one yet. Over here in the middle, we have my pegboard. There's definitely a lot more to do here. I just have a couple of photos. I have my phone over here to charge some tools. I definitely want this to be more of like an inspo board, more of a like the truth of the project that I'm working on right now. I do think I need more of those like clips to clip paper on. Over here is my desk. So I normally keep my sewing machine on the corner on the right. This lamp I really like. And then I have your classic IKEA cart with tools, mostly like sewing supply tools that you have. And then I have this classic IKEA stool because I don't have an office chair. Little zoom on the light. I love all the lighting in this room. I'm moving on to the right, which is where my door is, and I have this hanger organizer from Amazon. I like having a place for all of my purses and tote bags, which lives on all of these hooks, my iron, and my yoga blocks. I really like how organized it all is behind this door. And then towards the mirror, I have my mannequin with a work in progress dress right now, some lip balm, jewelry, card related items, some dried flowers from Valentine's Day, miscellaneous tech items. We have the couch. I don't love this blanket. I've had it for a while, but I know it like doesn't actually match the color and the theme of this room, which is a bit annoying. I've had this unicorn for like the longest time. I've had it since I went to college, and I still have her now, even though she has like a hole over here, which really needs to be fixed, but she is like so cute. I love the IKEA donut lamp, and I got this bunny when I was in Spain last year. Now she's just like sitting on this lamp and she's adorable with her friend the bear. I started putting out some of my photos. They're definitely not done yet, and I still have all of my inspo stuff that I used to have on the wall, but I ran out of tape, so I need to go get tape. I have another IKEA lamp, some more storage, and oh, this couch, one of my favorite things is that it comes with this like organizer on the side. So I've been able to have a spot for like my tripods and my journal, which I really liked because you can just like pull it out and it feels very organized. And that's mostly it. This is the room. Earlier you probably saw that the desk was like in the middle of the room when I was working, but then like a couple of days into that arrangement I just felt really cramped. The space between me and the wall was bad feng shui, just bad vibes. It just felt very like constricted, so I flipped it around. I've been thinking a lot about like how we really identify a part of ourselves with the space that we live in, and this move really solidified that for me. It's not even about like the city that we're in, because I'm still in the same city, but I feel like I'm in a new chapter of my life, and I really like the idea of being able to like kind of contain that version of ourselves with that home. With every new place that you move to, you have this opportunity to change how your environment looks like physically on the daily. And it's not like you can't like renovate your room throughout, and I think renovating your room is a great way to revamp how you're feeling. But physically being somewhere new, now I also feel like I have a very different intention for like what the purpose of this room is. I'm very excited to create more here, and it genuinely feels like a big art studio that is like just for me. Thank you so much for following along my moving journey. And you're probably like, yo, you just redid your room, like what is going on? But things happen. Also, I am so sorry about the inconsistency in the uploads. I'm going to try my absolute freaking hardest to go back to a regular Sunday routine. It was something that felt like a really good rhythm, but it was also really demanding, but it felt so rewarding. And I wanted to test out how would it feel like if I kind of stopped that, if I stopped placing such an emphasis on like forcing myself to pump out content. And the result is I'm just like not as satisfied. You know, I really like posting these weekly videos, so I'm gonna keep doing them. And there's so many projects coming up and I'm very excited. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.